Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Plan with Sammy. In today's video, I am doing a full review on the brand new 2026-2027 Erin Condren LifePlanner. This is the horizontal layout, and I'm just super excited to be sharing this with you guys today. Just a little recap for those that have been on my channel following along. The past few months I've kind of been in planner limbo. I really thought I wanted to be in my Moxie Life all year long, which is a vertical planner, and then in like April I almost bought a new simplified weekly planner, which is kind of more of a horizontal layout. And I used that for a few weeks because instead of buying a brand new one that starts in August, I decided to buy one that was almost up, and so it was discounted. I only had up until July of this year in it, so that was still usable. And so I used that for a few weeks and thought that was all fun and great. And it did work. It honestly worked better than the Moxie Life. But then I've just been thinking like why I like planning. And planning for me is, it does help me stay organized and productive. All the things I need being a busy working mom. But I really dug deep into that question. Like, well, why do I plan? And I plan because it is a hobby. I do find it fun and it brings me joy and kind of like opens up that creative side of myself. I first discovered Erin Condren back in, I think it was 2017. And that's like the first luxury planner, if you will, that I purchased, and I loved it. And I religiously used Erin Condren up until like 2021, and then like Moxie Life came into play and everything like that. But with this new colorway that Erin Condren has released, it's kind of had me in a chokehold a little bit, and I love it so much. I love the colors of Erin Condren anyways, and I love how high quality their planners are and how fun they are. And so I decided that maybe this was the route to take. And so I told myself that I'd wait until January to buy one. And then I was like, no, why am I waiting? I'm just going to jump into this now so I can enjoy all of it. And so here we are. I know that was like 2.5 minutes of backstory, but I decided just to jump all in. So here it is. I'm gonna kind of do like a little setup series in the next few days, where in this video I'm just gonna flip through it, talk about it, share the planner with you guys, and then we are gonna slowly move into this planner. So in the next couple of weeks we are in it, and it's gonna be fun. So one thing about Erin Condren is they send these little like welcome packs. I feel like they used to be like more like intense. Like it came in this like little planny pack, like vinyl plastic pouch, and it had all these little things in it. Now it's just in plastic, which is fine. But it comes with a dual tip marker and then 2 postcards, which these are actually really cute. And so this is the legacy design. This is the design I chose from my planner, and it's supposed to be like the Erin Condren asterisk. And then this is the toile design, and I honestly love the toile as well. I really struggled deciding which one I really wanted, and then when it came down to it, I was like, this is more you. And so I decided to do that. And then you do get coupons. So it says enjoy 20% off your next order. See details for the other side. And so like this has like the code on it. Yeah. And so you get one 20% off planner purchase, which is awesome. I swear they used to have 2. Like you got 2 little 20% offs. But anyway, this one is always great as well. And so my plan with that one is to use it during one of their sales and buy some more covers and some more of the dual tip markers, because I've already started using my legacy dual tip marker set that I got, and I need another pack. I want to, and then I want to get a set of the tall ones as well. And then it comes with this cute little ruler, so it's 6 inches, but then it's also like a little stencil, which is super cute, and it has this little flag up the top, so it's great for marking your page. Here is what my planner cover looks like. I decided to go with the $10 upcharge and get the rose gold coil, because rose gold is my absolute favorite, and I also thought it would match this cover the best, and I thought this cover was adorable. So this is one of their, I think it's Stony Clove or Stony Clover. I don't remember the brand. Let's see if it says. Oh yeah, so Stony Clover right here. They did like a little collab with Erin Condren, and so they have this one that says plan, and then they have one with this like same like rainbow star design that you could do your initial. And so like for mine, it would just have like a big S on it. But then they also have one that's like pink or yellow, and it's like monochrome, and it's an initial one. They also have this cover for the teacher planners, and instead of plan, it says teach, which is super cute too. And we'll talk about that in an upcoming video, because we may have purchased another planner when we bought this as well, but I will talk about that later. So when you open it up, they still do the vellum, which is super cute, and then you have like your nameplate page. I really love how they incorporated the design around the page. I think it looks really cute. One thing, this is just me being really nitpicky, I kind of wish that this design just kind of bled off the page though, instead of like cutting it off right there, but it still looks really cute. And like I said, this is the horizontal layout. I have learned that that's how my brain works, is horizontally. And so that's what we're gonna do. And then we have this cute page, and it says one thoughtful choice repeated with intention multiple times, or with intention multiplies into lasting impact. I can read. Love this, super cute. I think this side would be super cute to have like pictures of some sort just throughout the year, maybe have like a fun little picture collage. Going with this quote, I was actually thinking of like making 12 boxes, or even just like 12 pictures to kind of like show my wellness journey a little bit, and with those thoughtful choices repeated multiple times, and just kind of see like how my body changes throughout the next year, because wellness is one of those big things that's on my mind right now. Okay, and then this page, I also love how they have the design up here, and it says steady effort turns intention into reality. Super cute. I was also thinking, so this is like the 12 box page, and I know there's a bunch of different ways that you can use this. One of the like most common ways I've seen is people break it up by month, and then like they put either like things that they need to track for that month, or appointments, reoccurring things. I've seen people use this for like goals for each month. I'm thinking of like turning it into like a fun list page, and so you'll see that in a later video, but I think that would be really fun. But yeah, you can really use this though for whatever you want, and it's super cute, and I think it's one of my favorite pages to always do. Okay, and then you have your year at a glance. So you have July 2026 to December 2027, which is wild. And then I do like how they updated this to give you some like note space at the bottom to make notes. Okay, and then we have our heritage and awareness observances. So you can use this how you wish. And then they have their Let's Keep in Touch page, which is where you're supposed to like have like addresses and emails and stuff. I honestly have never used this page, so don't know if I'm gonna use it this year. In the past, I actually used it more for like passwords. I have used it a couple times for addresses, but I don't really send mail anymore. And so anyways, and then you get to jump into May 2026 for those that actually ordered during launch week. You were able to kind of use this page a little bit. And then we have June, which is fun. But I did not purchase this in time, and so like it's the 15th today. And so I probably won't worry about setting this up. If anything, I might use these as like mock spreads to kind of like play around to see with what I want to do with my actual monthly spread starting in July. Okay, and then we jump into July as our first official month in the planner. July is now yellow, which kind of is throwing me off because I've always been used to it being blue, but we will get over that and appreciate that it is now yellow. I do love the new color scheme a lot, but I do feel like there were some months that it made sense for them to stay a certain color, but this is fine. I do like how it has July and then the 07 in the back, and then we still have the little quote right here. This would also be kind of fun to put pictures around with how clean it is. I was actually worried that we were gonna have like the asterisk design all over, but so far it's pretty clean, and it's just kind of focused more on like the color itself rather than the design. And so you have the note page and then the monthly page that turns into your monthly spread. Once again, I know in years past with the colorful, they've like tried to incorporate the design like somewhere up at the top or like bleeding onto the page. And for those of us that use stickers, that was always so frustrating because then it felt like you had to cover it up if you weren't using stickers that like intentionally matched the planner. And so I do like that just like the month is yellow, and then I don't mind. I kind of wish that this was all white, but I don't mind that it's yellow as well. But super clean, really cute. I also like that this is still open because in the past I like to print out pictures really small and cut them and kind of like use that to show some like monthly memories. Okay, and then we have our dashboard page, which I'm still trying to figure out how I really want to use this. I know this bottom section is going to be for books, and I'm going to track some like monthly goals, but still thinking about the other things that we could use for this page. But once again, I love how clean it is when it comes to how they're using color. And then we have the notes page right here, and I do like that they have that match the monthly color. For this page, I'm actually gonna use this as like a memory spread and like have more pictures and like a little bit of journaling, just kind of capturing like overall what did we do this month. I think that would be really fun. Okay, and then we just jump right on in. So this planner starts the week of June 29th through July 5th. And so you kind of see how like we have the like lighter yellow for June, and then it goes into like the more golden yellow for July. Some changes to this planner, and I know a lot of people were not thrilled about this, of how they moved this up here and it's not lined. And then we have a habit tracker. I kind of see, now that I have it like in my hands and I'm looking at it, I can kind of see why you would prefer to have this like at the bottom. I would for sure want to have this at the bottom. It's kind of weird. Because in my head, it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then, like, you have Friday, but then you have your weekend still. But anyways, I feel like it's a very minimal change, though, that it, like, won't impact your planning. It's just figuring out, like, what to do with this box every week. Maybe we'll leave it blank. Or maybe we'll have a quote in it. Or stickers, or I don't know. One thing, and I know this is the colorful planner, but I kind of wish that they either pick to have the gradient box like right here, which is what they've kind of done. You can kind of see it more with like the darker yellow over here with the July side. I wish they would just do that and not the colorful bar across the top, especially for those of us that do use stickers, just because I feel like it's just really hard to match. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. And that honestly is one of the reasons why I was hesitant about buying this planner, is because of the bar. But I really love these colors. And the tabs are super cute. And like I wanted this more than like buying the minimal planner, which I have had before. And that one's fun. But it's kind of boring because not even the tabs are colored. And so anyways, here's a full spread, which is one color, so we have July. Okay. And that is what it looks like. And then once again, when you hit a new month, it changes to that color. So we have the beginning of August. Then we have a notes page, which is kind of bent a little bit. Sad. That's fine. And I do love this blue. This blue is super pretty. Okay. And so that is what that looks like. Now I'm just going to flip through each of these just so you can see the color and then like what the month looks like. Then we have October, which this is one that I was sad because I really liked that it was orange, but I feel like you can still get away with a lot of Halloween stuff with like the midnight sapphire blue. November is this pretty green color, which I feel like kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's jade, that's the color. It makes more sense than like the weird blue that it's always been. But then you have December, which is more of like a mint green. And I kind of wish this was more of a darker green. But you could still do some fun stuff with this in Christmas and like make it cute. And then this one I think is the one that like kind of threw a lot of us for a loop, is that January is like fuchsia pink. This makes me happy because I love fuchsia pink. And it's just so fun. I'm super excited to like have some like fun colors in like the most depressing part of the year, in my opinion. But it's just kind of funny that, like, look at that. That is so cute. I love that. It makes me happy. Okay, and then we have February, which is a little bit lighter pink. Still great for Valentine's Day. March is another one I was sad that it went from like the sea foam to this peachy color, pinky peach color, but it's okay. I feel like you can still mix this color with green and it will be cute. And then April is this like salmon pinky color. So fun. Now May is orange. It was an orange peach and now it's just orange, but it's super pretty. Love that. Then June. So June's my birth month. And that's, I don't know. I'm very picky about what my month looks like. I claim it as my month because it's when I was born. I never liked the aquamarine for June. Didn't like it. Now I kind of miss it because I don't know how I feel about this like butter yellow. I'm not a big yellow fan, but if I do have to like yellow, it's more of like a mustardy yellow. I wish June was pink, but it's fine. This will still be cute for summertime. And this is actually like a 13-month planner because then they give you July again for 2027. And I think they give you like the whole, yeah, they give you the whole month of July. So if you're like me and undecisive until the end of June and are praying that your planner is going to get here in time, I ordered this at the end of May and it came today. So, but anyways, they give you an extra month, which is super nice. And then you have your notes pages, which I have some ideas for these, but I don't know if I'm going to use all of them. But you have some lined pages in the back. And then you have 2028 planning pages in the back as well, which is super fun. And then they're little made in the USA. And then you get some fun stickers, which are super cute. Let's look at them. I do like their birthday stickers. Like these cupcakes are probably the cutest cupcakes ever. I don't really ever use any of the other stickers. I do use these though. Those are cute. And then you get a cute little pocket in the back, which is super cute. And so this is the new Erin Condren planner. I did just get the 12-month planner, but like I just said, they do apparently give you 13 months now. Part of me wishes I would have gotten the 18-month just for the bigger coil. But I didn't want to waste those pages that I knew I wasn't going to use. And so we got this. I'm excited. One of the other big reasons why I decided to just go with this planner now instead of waiting until January when my Moxie Life planner was up is because I turn 29 at the end of the month, the end of June. And I don't know, I always just feel like the new year, because my birthday's at the end of June, it feels more like the new year when it's my birthday than it is in January. I also feel like being a teacher, the new year really doesn't start until it's a new school year either. And so an academic planner just feels like it makes more sense for me and my brain and my life. And I'm just super excited to jump into this. Like I said, I am going to be filming some videos of me setting up the planner, and then doing full-on plan with me's. And so make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of my moving in stuff. I also did buy the teacher planner, Erin Condren teacher planner, for next school year. So I will be talking about that as well and how I'm going to be using that as a junior high English teacher. And so make sure that you stay tuned for that video as well. Drop down in the comments below whether you are using an Erin Condren planner or what planner you are using. I feel like new planner season is upon us. Also, let me know, do you prefer vertical or horizontal? Because I have been using horizontal for years. And then this year, for some reason, I was like, no, I think I want to try vertical. And I did, and I realized there's a reason why I've been doing horizontal forever. And so we are back in horizontal, and we are so excited to be back. So anyways, you guys, don't forget to like this video. And like I said, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my planning content here on YouTube. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.